Hello, my name's Mark. Welcome to Living La Dolce Vita. Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So, what I've done, I've bought some, I don't know what you call it, batten or something, planed batten. This is 36mm wide and the door is 34, which means I got a nice overlap to work back. So I've glued and screwed it at the moment. The screws will come out once the glue is set. The screws will come out, so I can plane it or whatever I need to do. That's just to pin it down and hold it. So that's that. Now then, the bottom wasn't so important as the side, but of course I thought I'd had enough, worked it out, but anyway, I had to cut a little piece off here to fit back up here because this is the most important part here rather than the front. Anyway, this corner is more or less at the right height and that's a little bit higher, so I'm hoping to plane this down to nothing all the way through, if that makes sense. I haven't quite worked out how I'm going to do that yet. But we'll sort that out when the time comes. Anyway, it's all glued in ready. When the glue's gone off, I can start machining it back up. Well, good morning everybody and welcome back to my channel, Living La Dolce Vita. Right, so yeah, back in the bedroom. Anyway, I think I left you in the last film with the door not fitting very well, so a bit of progress on that, which I shall show you now. Please excuse the mess. Using multi-tools all the time. Now then, so what I've done, I don't know if I showed you in the last one, but anyway, I had a piece of batten which I glued to the edge of the door and screwed it as well, just to pin it to the door. That was yesterday. Obviously today is now I'm able to work on it. So what I did, I measured, excuse me, so I measured across the width of the door at the point where the door is going to be, and I've measured every 6 inches all the way down, and to be honest it was within a couple of mil, so I'm happy with that. So then what I've done then is I measured from that edge to here, sorry, to this edge to make, and then marked it all the way down to the bottom, right to the bottom. Then I used my where is it? Bear with me. So I've used this rip saw to cut down the length of this to the required mark. Now what I had to do, so I had to measure in from the edge of the rip saw to the blade, or the other side of the blade, whichever, I can't remember now, but so that I could clamp my level onto there, like so. I don't know if you can see there's a mark here. Then the fence of the saw rested against that, and then obviously I've marked down whatever the distance was, I can't remember exactly, from the edge of the blade to the fence edge. So I put there, clamp that down, and then follow that all the way down. And I don't know if you can see, but obviously because the door, if you remember, was wider at the bottom, it's you know, it's starting to run out, so it's getting bigger here than up there, if that makes sense. Right, so I use that as a stop all the way down. but before I did that, I actually had to plane and sand the edge of this down level with this piece here. So level with this, because obviously the saw running on top of that will be at a slight angle. So I wanted this as level as I possibly could make it. Now obviously, because the edge of the door is rounded, it produces a gap between the square edge and this rounded edge. So I've now put in some wood filler in there, and obviously when I sand this back, that will disappear. Now I haven't tried the fit of the door yet, because I need to trim the bottom first. Hello everybody, and welcome back. So you'll have seen me in the last bit of film putting a piece of wood on the edge of the door. I just want to give you a quick update on that. So as you can see, I don't know how much this camera's picking up. I'll try and zoom in. So what I've done, as I say, trimmed back this piece of wood now all the way down, and I mean it's not perfect, but it's closed up that gap quite considerably at the bottom, to the point now where it fits. And then, as I explained, because the batten had a square edge and the door had a rounded edge on the corner, it created a bit of a gap, so I filled that with wood filler and sanded it back. So that's feeling pretty good now. Yeah, so it's a nice, much better fit on there. Bit of a larger gap at the top compared to this corner, but to be honest, I can live with that. Unless you're looking around really closely, you're not going to spot that once it's all painted white. Also on the film, I don't know if you noticed, I put a piece of batten on the bottom edge of the door as well. I don't know if you can see there. So again, bit of a gap at this corner, running out to nothing. So similarly with the edge of the door, I put my level on, marked out the line what I required, put the level on and use that as a guide to run my saw up to get that trim that back. Seems to have worked out quite well. So yeah. Yes, and also I don't know if I did say, but at this point here, it was it's the door frame, not the door. It was slightly a bit of a lump here for whatever reason, so I managed to plane that back because it was binding. It's perhaps a little bit tight down here, but yeah, I mean it works fine. Anyway. You can see door handles, but that will be explained in the next film, I believe. I'm not going to give the game away just yet. Anyway, so and of course I use my new router to chase out the space for the door lock, etc. Yeah. So, but I'm going to do another film about the router. Okay, bye for now. Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Living La Dolce Vita. The box room refurb, part 1001. Anyway, it's been some time since I did the last bit of filming, so I'm not quite sure, until I get to the editing part, I'm not quite sure where I got to, but anyway, it's finished. Hooray! Well, I say it's finished, it's it's almost finished. Anyway, I'll give you a quick panoramic view around for what it's worth. So obviously starting the window. So I've now my glasses. So I put obviously put the windowsill in. Oh, that needs a bit of filler on there. Didn't see that. Anyway, so yeah, there's the windowsill in there. All the woodwork needs glossing. I need to put a curtain rail up here and the curtains. I'm thinking of, I'll probably do a quick update when I've done all the rest of the work. Just a, a film of about a minute or two or so. So, gloss work up there, gloss work there, all the skirtings. Gloss work on the glossing of the door. Now obviously I'll have to take the handle off before I can gloss, but I just wanted to give you some idea as to what it's going to look like. Right, so there might be a dark patch there. I just had to touch that up with a bit of paint, so hopefully that will dry out. You won't see that once it's dried out. Anyway, there we are. So the door was a bit of a fiddle because I think in the previous film, the bottom edge, the bottom corner of the door was going in at that away from me. So I've had to use the door jamb to push it out, and so try and get this to line up. But it works fine. It's a little bit tight, but yeah, that'll work. And of course, and the lock works. There we are. Anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of that project. Excuse me. So yeah, as I say, I just got the gloss work to do and put the curtain rail up. Well, and the lampshade and stuff, but I'm not too worried about the lampshade yet. Right, so thank you for sticking with it and with me on this what seems like a never-ending project, but there we are. It's all done now, and I'll see you in the next project. Probably the next film will probably be allotment, because broad beans are starting to grow now. I've already put my first early potatoes in, because I had to get, I had a 20-minute window or half an hour window of no rain, so I wanted to get them in because time's getting on. And I'm hopefully going to show you me putting the second earlies in, and if I've got some main crop to put in, I'll put those in as well. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one, and bye for now.